Peace, everyone. Peace, everyone. No need for the, introduction that I be normally putting on. Uh, I'm here today. I got Dr. Minister EnQi back, and this time he's back with some, the scoop on his new album that he's getting ready to drop the gun. I don't know if y'all heard that album or well actually heard a piece of it of Rabbit Got the Gun, but it is on YouTube, and I was listening to it the other day, and all I can say is it had me rolling. That's all. It had me rolling. It was hella funny. And I didn't even know, honestly, I didn't even know that this man, was a rapper. I didn't know that he rapped too at the same damn time, So I was like, wait a minute. Like, okay, so he's in health and wellness. He does the whole, he's a lecturer, he's educated too. Yeah, we got to bring him back on. So in any case, if y'all was watching the last interview, y'all might have heard him say something about his music, and I just kind of was like, I just blew it off because I didn't want him to give y'all all the scoop on that show. I want him to come back so y'all can hear, hear some more on my show about this new album he got dropping. So I'm gonna bring him on right now. Welcome, Dr. EnQi, to the show.
Peace.
Yes, yes. So, like I was telling them, I was shocked. Like, I watched that video. I was like, hold up, like, what's going on here? And then, let me tell you, when I first heard it, I was like, this remind me of something. Hold up. This before the hook dropped, right? I was like, this remind me of something. And I was like, this sound is it how to rob an industry? Like, wait a minute. And then I was listening, and here go the hook. I'm like, oh yeah, 50, 50, 50. And then you went after everybody. It was hella funny though. It was like and then I was looking at some of the comments and stuff. I'm like, these people are really taking this really serious, like damn, it's a song. It's a song. But they was taking it so serious, like you really out there like doing this to people. Like, you know what I mean? I thought it was hella funny. I want them to see the video, especially when you was doing your little dance in the studio. That's what I commented on. I was like, look at him dancing in the studio to his own shit. So tell us about Rabbit Got the Gun and what made you come up with that name and so forth.
Wow. Okay, so the Rabbit Got the Gun, the song and the name, kind of two different stories, I guess. The song kind of came about because, like you see in the comments, the reason why the comments are that way is because there is a strong energy surrounding some of the people where, things, niggas might move a little furniture around. So one of the reasons why I created this song was because I wanted to kind of create a situation where maybe some of that energy could be dissipated in a less negative fashion. You know what I'm saying? Because there are people in the community that the community is calling for old-fashioned ass whooping for. And so I felt like maybe creating a dialogue, you know what I'm saying? Not only send a message to those people to get their act together, but then also allow people to dissipate that energy. Because the one thing you don't want to do is throw good money after bad money, and I know people feel a certain way about certain people in the community and things that they may have done already. But you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you got to go to jail 3, 4, 5 years and, or you get a lawyer or something because you done let somebody do some sucker shit. You didn't take responsibility. You put the responsibility on them. And so now you put yourself in another situation to be away from your family or whatever the case may be. I mean, some of those things are still possible to happen. But like I said, I try to create some positive energy. Now, Rabbit Got the Gun is just about knowing that there are layers to the community. And when I say layers to the community, I mean, there's one layer that everybody sees where all of these are pro-Black, everybody's in the community is pro-Black, conscious for the people and all this other shit. There's another level where you find out that, you know, a lot of these platforms are military personnel or ex-military personnel. And that's not to say that they don't have good intentions. You know, that's not to take away from Shaka Bars as a military man, or Ankh in the Amin Ra squad as a Marine from Fort Detrick, or, you know, his partner, what's his name, Mr. X or whatever. I'm even gonna say, he's a Navy guy, and just a lot of these guys with these military, you know, when you look around and you see this, you know, there's levels to it. And, you know, platforms are able to control narratives. And a lot of times they paint a certain narrative that is very damaging and detrimental to the people. And so when that happens, you kind of got to step back and just observe some of these other pieces to the puzzle and say, well, maybe there's some other shit going on. So when I say Rabbit got the gun, you know, I'm a guy that, and the other piece, besides most of these guys having military backgrounds, a lot of these guys are felons, you know, and in some cases they got multiple felonies that they're dealing with. So if you take out the military personnel and you take out the felons in the conscious community, you damn near are only left with KT and I. So why that becomes relevant in some situations is because this is a labor of love for us. We're not doing this because we're trapped and we can't do anything else because we got a bunch of felonies on our record, you know, so we got to scramble and try to hustle folks, or, you know, we're not doing this with a set agenda to mislead people into, you know, something or other. You know, we're doing this because we have a talent, and what it is that we know how to do provides a service for the people out there. So when I say Rabbit got the gun, it's like, you know, the Rabbit is basically the non-biased opinion, the non-biased perspective, you know, the voice of the people speaking from the people for the people. And, you know, shit gets different when the Rabbit got the gun. You know what I'm saying? It's like when the narrative is not being controlled and edited and, you know, mixed mastered and hyped up for monetization and views and all of the fake shit that goes on, you know, what does that voice sound like? You know, and I just kind of wanted to encapsulate that voice and put that on wax so that people abroad outside of the conscious community don't link everybody in the conscious community with some of the more nefarious behavior that the conscious community has become known for. Because now the conscious community is known as, you know, people that are scamming or this, that, and the other, and just all kinds of other things besides being for the people, to help the people, be of service to people, uplift the community, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, I just wanted to make sure that putting out the music, because when you put out a music, you know, you represent a culture. So as a representative of the culture, I just wanted to create a different narrative where you see a lot of the guys releasing quote unquote conscious music. You know, a lot of it is trash. A lot of it is, you know, guys that don't really have a music background, meaning a lot of guys are coming into the conscious community and they're looking to do things in the conscious community that they would not be accepted doing anywhere else. They wouldn't be accepted making music in their neighborhood because the people in their neighborhood would say, oh, these niggas is cornballs. You know what I'm saying? Or you're not really serious about what it is that you're saying. So you come into the conscious community where you find a group of people that are passive, and then you try to recreate yourself and brand yourself a different type of way. You know what I'm saying? Me, on the other hand, I have a history in music. You know what I'm saying? I go all the way back to Howard Homecomings. First time I was on stage was in front of Busta Rhymes and Tupac when Busta Rhymes was still with Leaders of the New School. I was almost signed to Terror Squad. You know what I'm saying? I was in, you know what I'm saying? Like just I got a long history in the music. You know what I'm saying? I was one of the executives with De La Soul's clothing line. Like I just been in the music business, you know, and not even in the business per se, but just in and around that industry. I was raised in that industry, so it's not a stretch for me. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's just authentic to who I am, and I just wanted to share that and give the actual culture some real representation.
Right, right. And that's actually good to know that you actually have been a part of the culture for some time. So when did you actually start rhyming? When did that begin?
Shit, if you ask me, damn, I'd probably say my first cries might have rhymed. Like when I was when I was first out the womb, I think my tears might have had a rhyming pattern falling off my face onto my chest. They might have been hitting a little beatbox, and the sound of me crying might have had a little melodic flow to it. You know what I mean? But I you know, it was something that you know, I was probably, in all honesty, I was probably reading the newspaper, I think, at like 4 years old. You know, with in my household, between my dad and my mom, and it was a strong education. You know, like it was about reading and being literate, and so playing with words. I'll say I won't do the traditional like everybody says. Oh well, you know, I was doing poetry since I was playing with words was always that was the way for me to make fun the work of studying and reading and writing and stuff like that. So then when I got to probably junior high school, I would say, like, I was already battling cats. We was already I'm from the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even, it's in the oxygen in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad was one of the biggest heroin dealers in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? So guys like Nicky Bonds, Pee Wee Kirkland, and all those famous Harlem hustlers of that era, these are guys that, you know, that my pops knew and associated with. And the reason why I'm saying that and relevant to your question is, when DJ Hollywood and these guys are first popularizing what would later on become known to the world as rap, I'm the little kid running around at those block parties where rap originated at, bumping into the table and shit, fucking up the music. And so that was just like breathing air. So by the time I'm in second, third, fourth grade, we already having battles. And, you know, when I got to junior high school, Clock 149, it was right in the middle of, so right behind Clock 149, you have My Haven Projects. Right behind My Haven Projects is Mitchell Projects. Right across the street is Patterson Projects. If you walk up 4 blocks this way, you on St. Anne's and 141st Street, Cypress Avenue, you know what I'm saying? Millbrook Projects, like that's, you know what I'm saying? So by the time I get to junior high school, rapping was like a serious thing. Like that, it made you, you know what I mean? So in our schoolyard, it was nothing for us to come out for lunch and see Showbiz and AG in the schoolyard, or see Lord Finesse right there, or we walk up to 3rd Avenue to grab a slice of pizza. You know, Fat Joe is standing right there passing out his flyers and shit. Later on, that's where he opened up his first store. It was like right down the block from our school. His first Fat Joe FJ 560 brand, you know what I'm saying? So we had to, you know, they just got to support Fat Joe. We went and grabbed the leather coats and all that, and, you know, go support Joe's store and all that. But, you know, so that just was culture, you know what I'm saying? Like, by the time I got to Clinton High School, you know, I'm in Clinton High School with Snagglepuss. That was like one of my homeboys. You know, I don't know if a lot of people know who Snagglepuss was, but in New York, he was really somebody on the music scene back in the days, because he was one of the guys that would be on DJ Doo-Wop's mixtape. So he had DJ Doo-Wop had the Bounce Squad. So whenever he put out a mixtape, he had a certain group of rappers that would be on the mixtape. So we had a strong culture of rap and rap battles at my school, you know what I'm saying? So it was just that was just a part of breathing in the Bronx. You couldn't, you couldn't be one of those guys, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to throw around real niggas, you know what I'm saying? But you couldn't be one of the guys without taking part in that culture. That's just how we was raised. You know what I'm saying? So it just, you know, always was. My older brother, he was down with Puffy at the outset. Like when Puffy first started, he had a his strategy was to have one of each type of artist. And so at the time, Wu-Tang was blowing up, and so my brother's group was going to be the Bronx Zoo, and that was going to be Puffy's group. But they, you know, they had inner group issues with, you know, just staying together and keeping the camaraderie and the consistency. So they didn't fully go through. But that's how I got on the road. That's how I think that's the first time. No, I'm sure that's the first time I met Biggie, was being on the road with them. When Biggie say at Howard Homecoming with my man Capone drumming, bumping, I was there as a little kid at Howard Homecoming with them. We was in the Bronx Zoo, was in the a SUV, and in front of us was Puff and Big and them in the car in front of us, and that's how we was moving around at Howard Homecoming. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little young buck at that time. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's just the more I think of it, it's just that was just how I was. The culture, you know what I'm saying?
Wow, so you got to meet Big. That's real dope.
Oh yeah. Now I was in the studio for a lot of historic music. Just as a fly on the wall, you know what I'm saying? Just as a little young buck running around and, you know, just being around. And then later on, shout out to my guy Epitome Beats. You know, he was a producer in the industry. He worked on a lot of Public Enemy stuff. He would have me with him, holding him down, you know what I'm saying, in a different capacity. So then I started moving around in a different way. So, you know, I just been around in the music shit.
Wow. So you done met Big. Did you ever run into Big L? At any point? You didn't?
I didn't meet. I had one quick brushing with Big L. You know what I'm saying? One quick brushing with Big L. I was on we was up on the west side, and we had walked down and we seen him, but me and him never got to chop it up or really interact. But definitely Herb McGruff, you know what I'm saying? Cameron, Jewels, you know what I'm saying? I battled Uncasa. He was one of the Dipset, you know, back in the days when they started moving. I destroyed Uncasa right there on 145th and Broadway. Shout out to Luca Brasi, Purple City, and all that. You know what I mean? But yeah, so, you know, I mean, I've been around.
That's nice. That's nice. So you done met all these folks. You done mentioned battle rapping like several times. Do you still freestyle? Are you still into that? Can you do it right now? Not right now as we speak. Well, yeah, right now. Are you able to do it right now? If I showed you some words, are you good at freestyling right now?
I mean, I do a little something.
A little something.
Well, because I'm working on developing the next generation. You know what I'm saying? So, like my older daughter Tony, she's grown now. You know what I'm saying? She's out doing her own thing, building up her music portfolio, quote unquote, without dad's help. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, anyway, she's grown. She's doing her thing. My oldest son, I'm working on him. He's producing. You know, Chase think he's a superstar, so I'm working on him. We be, you know, me, him, and Caleb be doing little freestyle sessions around the crib. You know, Chase got more style than bars. Caleb be having a little bit more bars than style. So I'm, you know,
right.
I'm getting them together. You know what I mean? But you know, I still play around with the words a little something.
So are you complete? Is your album complete? I mean, or are you still working on it?
No, album is out.
It's out. You have any like special features on there? What, like?
No.
Was it all EnQi?
All EnQi. I mean, I have one special feature, Abundance Child. I'm not sure if you know who Abundance
What's
Child
that?
Abundance Child is a vegan pioneer in terms of biochemistry translating into your kitchen. She has the Drop Squad Kitchen, which is kind of like a staple of the conscious community. And, you know, like a lot of times people just don't realize that although you have one face, you know what I'm saying? Like you may have other parts to your personality that people just aren't aware of. So me and her, we have a tight relationship that goes back some years. And so I knew that she was into the music shit and, you know, part of the Guerrilla Republic and just, you know, she's just a real hip hopper, but people didn't know that facet of her. So, you know, we worked on the song. It was kind of dope. In fact, I can play it for you if you want me to. I'll play it right now.
Yeah. And your babies too. You said that, you know, you got one that's producing, you got the stylish one, the one with the bars. How old are they? How old?
Caleb is 8, Chase is 10, and then I got a big boy. He think he, you know, he think he's 30, but he, you know, he in his teens. He, you know, he got hair on his nuts and all this kind of foolishness now. So
you gotta, you know, you gotta get a collab with your kids. Collab with them.
Of course. Collab
with them babies.
No. I'm Joe Jackson out this motherfucker. You know, I'm all the way in with the babies. You know what I'm saying? I don't work them probably as hard as Joe. You know what I'm saying? Which may or may wind up being a good or a bad thing. We'll see how they turn out musically, but but nah, I fully super support it because they keep me grounded anyway. They keep me plugged in with the newest, you know, the newest stuff, what's popping and whatever the case may be. So
you got that track on you with the girl that you got featured on there?
Yup, and it is, hold up, wait a minute. All right, here we go.
I'm gonna rap You Got the Gun in a minute.
My song, baby, I'm winning. Baby, I'm winning, baby. I see you, baby. I'm winning, baby.
To get it all, it's your call. The earth's a dance floor, the sun is a disco ball. I wanna tan a bit, get out of hand a bit. Big money, looking like an X-Clan event. Dynamite in my pants like I'm with Islamics. I have a fresh green juice with a splash of Mama Comics. I got shorty looking like a nun in love with a killer. I told her I'm a herb tycoon, Republican gorilla. Looking for the type of woman that makes me go vegetable. Suck a brain through a straw, but sapiosexual. Brain for a living, head like lettuce. Triple entendres, just so magnetic. Personality is what magnetism do to us. Spit on my tongue tickling her uterus. Pheromones like method of orchestrate the baritone. Glad you alone, I want a threesome to chaperone.
Baby, you, baby, you, baby, you, I'm winning, baby. I see you, baby, I'm winning, baby. Get it committed together, baby. You're a man, I'm winning. I got no issue, understand my story anyway. I'm winning.
Talk a lot, talk is cheap. Thinking one of these lost girls off the street. Watch the swag around me, but I haven't posted up hashtag me too. Don't mistake the knee-high dress. I'm initiated to what the EPA says. Indigenous bloodlines, comedically wealthy. But it's y'all worldwide and apologetically healthy. I'm already $1 million brand. You wanna talk to me, you need $1 billion plan. See, I'm a hungry to lover. Wanna know how you raise your children and treat your mother. And if you take blue pills, saving bro, you never find out how deep the matrix go. The matriarch, woke up with Black's Tasha, Keisha, left 50 Cent in the hundreds.
Baby, baby, I'm winning, baby. I see you, baby.
I was trying to hear her bars.
Well, look, we gotta tell everybody it's on every platform because I know the quality when you listen to it, like coming out of my system into the StreamYard.
I was trying to hear her bars though. I like the way she sounds.
Yeah. So
I gotta actually hear it coming out of my own speaker. But I like her tone, how she sounds.
Yeah, the name of the song is Baby Europe. The name of the song is Baby Europe. It's on the album. The album is called Sound Becomes Light. Sound Becomes Light by Dr. EnQi.
Who produced that?
Who produced that song?
Yeah.
That song is produced by Kaz from Mad Bay Studios. Kaz and Mad Bay Studios was one of the central hubs and studios that a lot of the Naughty by Nature music came from. So one of the things with the album is I have like real producers on the album, guys that have a lot of gold and platinum records. So, you know, I got Kaz. Kaz is responsible for a lot of great music. I have Spectrum Gamma Rays, aka S-Man, who was a producer for DMX, D12, Eminem. I got Architect on the album. He produced for everybody from Jodeci all the way up to
I'm hip.
50 and EPMD and all that. So I got a lot of guys that been producing music hits, you know what I'm saying, from 10, 20 years ago all the way up to current hit music that's on the radio, or current artists that's on the radio. You know what I mean? I didn't want to like, you know, the Dr. EnQi vibe is cool, but I had to make sure that everybody that know me for years in terms of the music respect the album. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a real album, and I didn't want to make it like, you know, I didn't want to do nothing silly with the music. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't go back to the music because I largely put the music down just because of the calling on my life with healing. So I wouldn't go back to the music to, you know what I'm saying, to fuck around with it.
I was gonna ask you about that too. Like, how are you balancing the music and the health? Music and health and wellness. What you doing with it?
Well, I put the music down so I could pursue, you know, really not even intentionally, just a time clash. Like doing this, what I do is it's like I need 25 hours in a day to keep up with everything, and then raising these babies. You know, that it's like, you know, a lot of single parents, they be struggling with 1 or 2 children. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you know, it just was a thing, and I had to prioritize, and it was like, you know what, this is more important. At the time, I was getting to the point where my name was getting really big, and it was probably more lucrative to stick with the music, but what was more important was to get the healing information out to the people, especially with what it did for my daughter and everything. So I just had to go that direction. Plus, you know, me and God kind of, you know, we had words, you know what I'm saying? And so it was kind of like, because I'm on borrowed time, this is what you got to do. Or we can go ahead and punch that clock. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, you got it. Healing it is. And so, you know, but teaching is what kind of actually brought me back to the music, because when I started the Soulcraft documentary, you know, I had to put something in the background, you know, kind of the score, you know, to have some music to go along, so it keeps the documentary moving. Mm-hmm. And I think the first couple I used classical music, and you know, people was asking me, you know what I'm saying? Plus I kind of felt it. It was like, yo, we need some more upbeat shit that fit what you're saying and how you delivering it. So then I hit up my guys to get actual fresh produced music. And so Architect, he was really super influential in the album coming about, because when I did Soulcraft Chapter 3, I actually turned that whole 2-hour video into a song. And he was like, yo, that was crazy what you did with the documentary. I don't think anybody ever thought of doing no shit like that before. Why don't you do this? Just give me, I know you're not fucking with the music, but just give me a couple verses and, you know, try to sum up what it was that you was doing with the video. You know what I'm saying? Like, try to sum up the video in a couple of verses, and just let me play around with it and see what, you know, what come about. And so that wound up being actually the first song. It's called Faith and Love. So yeah, I could let me play it for you. I'll play it for you. Right. So this wound up being the first song of the album, how it shaped up.
Faith and love, and faith, believe, faith and love, and faith, believe, faith and love, and faith. Play a song, we got babies to pay. Later, babies got millions to pay. Let's get it, let's be it, ain't got too much to say. Play this song, we got love to pay. Thousands on us, we got babies to pay. Always complain about money and time, but that don't matter if I can't raise my babies within this paradigm shift. You remember the blocks I bled on, the hand-to-hand grind. I'm on my safety. You still on the end of all time. I stay cool with Louis and Gucci. I know what to do to spoil you. You glamorize my home, wrapped in aluminum foil. But loyal is a must. All we got is trust. Conscious really being you aware. All we got is us. Reflection. All I'm asking you to do is listen. Protection. Except when me and you creating friction. You doing everything back in my face that I spoke with you. Instead of recognizing that's how a king share his soul with you.
What's faith without love? Love without love. What's faith without love? Faith, love without love.
You gon' go through the pain. That's how that's going. That's how that's going down. When we up, we up. What happened when we up don't determine who we are. What happened when we down?
Baby, the paradigm is full-time fathers and drop squad kitchens. We don't sell drugs, we export physics, meaning we pimp our genetics, but not with calisthenics. We own our image and likeness, we selling our presence. Now is a gift that we spend in shopping, bending optics, monetizing trending topics. The tag is vital, Beyonce half a title. Math is vital, your past is idle, the bag is viral. The swag is viral, contagious is an understatement. Your faith to have a nigga bigger than entertainment. I just want to tuck you away so you don't have to grind no more. With the mind of a genius and a dick like a dinosaur.
What's faith without love? Love without love. What's faith without love? Faith, love without love. Love without love.
So, so we kind of
Where can we get that at?
It's on the album. Sound Becomes Light. It's on all platforms.
What?
Everywhere.
I'm feeling how that's sounding.
Yeah. The name of the album.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the name of the album is Sound Becomes Light. It's on every platform. I did a partnership with Sony, so I did a label deal with them. So I have my own distribution and everything set up through Sony Orchard Records, and so that's also the name of the label. The name of the website, UnitedPlatesOfAmerica.org. The name of the label, United Plates of America Records. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Sound Becomes Light. It's on. The album is on every platform. Even if you find your ass drunk in a bar in the middle of nowhere somewhere, it's even in the jukeboxes. So you can go, you know what I'm saying? Put the dollar in the jukebox and pull up the Dr. EnQi shit and go in. But that, like I said, that was the song right there. That wound up being like a snack size version of Soulcraft documentary chapter 3, and then from there the song was so good, you know what I'm saying, people started to get the momentum started to come around the song, and so it was like, okay, we need a couple more songs with this because then we could package it and actually shop it. So I called my brother and team, guys that I've been doing music with for like 25 years already. And we took a road trip down to Jersey. We probably did half the album in Jersey, East Orange. And then we came back and did probably the second half of the album in Detroit. So, it's songs that really got like a super, it's just a different type of vibe. Like one of the songs, I feel like because I couldn't finish the album without having some shit like I just needed some Motown type of, like, I wanted to have some real authentic, like an authentic Detroit sound. And I mean, when I say authentic Detroit sound, not the shit that's coming out today from Detroit, even though I fuck, even though I like the new music, that's not necessarily like the Motown type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? So we did this to get that real musical, just kind of like vibe out type shit. I play it for you. Hold on.
Yo, it's crazy, now. From New York to Detroit, man. This thing we built is violence. Unstoppable.
Now, I'm going to say this before I play it. Dell, Silent Riot Dell, he produced this. And he's one and off on the album. So I don't have many producers that was one and off. Like, he produced this, he's featured on this, but this is the only joint he produced. He was like maybe the main engineer for the whole second half of the project. And the album was pretty much finished. And I'm like, nah, I need this certain, I'm still looking for a certain type of vibe to really shut the album down on. And so Dell pulls out some shit and he starts going through some joints. And then I heard this and he didn't want to give me this shit. He was like, nah, that's for my album. I was like, nah, bro, you shouldn't have played that, man. You got to let me get that. And so we was going back and forth all night till I got him warmed down. He gave me the track and then we recorded it. I think it's a masterpiece. One of my favorites on the album. So.
Play it. Come on.
Yo, it's crazy, now. From New York to Detroit, man. This thing we built is violence. Unstoppable. I can feel it. I can feel Conversational orgasms they'll never earn. I done forgot more shit than you ever learned. Mr. Magnetic hit the light switch. Dopamine flow the vibe with the right chick on the night shift. They like the Pink Panther turn black, babe. I could impregnate you with a handshake. Pupils dilating. Logic running out, you pro got you steaming, I'm vaping the oil coming out you. The realer I get is psilocybin, silverback gorilla content, J Dilla fly shit. Yeah, New York will always live in my flesh, but Detroit to the game damn near community chest. Hey, I need something relevant. Hey, tell your mans to grab some more bullets and go to the store. I'm so glad that y'all came out tonight. My name is Dale from the Mighty Silent Riot Orchestra. This is what we can talk to. You know how I like it, babe. I'm always smoking, choking on some different flavors. Dark skin, chocolate top, lady marmalade. Red cake, blue green, taste like lemonade. Now let's fade away. I'm smoking on guns, Willie the Wonka, Cookie the Monster. Or jeans, sour the diesel, chill out the sponsor. I'm damn near unconscious, you smoking that nonsense. This shit 50 a gram, $10 is assets. How you baking, how you vaping, how you bumming. I'm over half an eighth, how you bumming. White West in the Dutch, I'm smoking on my lungs. Higher than Snoop Dogg, but you shorter than you know. Too far. I need everybody to put their lights on. If you smoke anything less than 2 grams, listen to me. That's not what we're going tonight. Listen to me.
Woo. I love that shit.
You was feeling it. You was feeling it too. You know, you wrote that.
Yeah, I like that shit.
I'm about to play this. Rabbit got the gun right quick. This video.
Boom.
Hold up. I want them to see this. I want them to see this.
Yo, A.A. Rashid is with Griselda. Oh, it's that time to start robbing niggas now. If I jack for life for them cars, you know how he go. He stunting rentals. I might get knocked by the repo. Plus he snitching. That's new cars and probation. I'ma have to rob side of the old ass. I start robbing niggas, you gonna see the bitch come out rich. He gonna try to hide behind Cam Bada and Professor Griff. For real. Add more niggas to the pot, it's how you spoil thieves. I'm taking Cam CD money and Soleil royalties. Bitch gonna try to call the pills over this pistol shit. But that's only gonna get them niggas robbed for like crystal shit. Rich gonna call Supernova next, but I can handle the ball. I wait for him to go OT and sneak rob his store. I ain't tussling with that nigga. He got a couple screws loose. For real. King Simon is a puppy. He the conscious blues clues now. He a big dog and the elder, so I'm sorry, bro. But you and Lloyd laying down for that numerology. This, yes, being conscious can make you delirious. So we live and have fun, but I'm just saying, son, shit get different when the rabbit got the gun. This ain't serious. Being conscious can make you delirious. So we live and have fun, but I'm just saying, son, shit get different when the rabbit got the gun. Mama Pill gon' call me on the phone like EnQi, what's up? I'ma just rush her off the phone and send her a cut. I hope Rizzy 19 and Ben don't think I'm funny. I'm tying them Muslim niggas up for that bean pie money. We kidnapping Wesley for ransom like a movie. He got Farrakhan. Fuck around and say Keely Carson, brand new, building his bag. But I'm a pistol with that nigga, he be stealing my swag. If you waiting for me to rob Unc and Chief, you on those streets. It's way too much heat trying to rob the police. Now when I catch the bar slipping, you gon' think I'm tripping. I'm giving my Israelites the description. Get everything Egyptian. Robbing Curtis Court easy. He's still on Cosby Pudding. I'm robbing Black Dot for IP and antique video footage. We kicking in Garfield door looking for finance profit. But we ain't find nothing but 2 butter programs in his closet. This ain't serious. Being conscious can make you delirious. So we live and have fun, but I'm just saying, son, shit different when the rabbit got the gun.
Come on, we finna get the shit. We get the shit.
What the fuck we finna get, bro? Where the drugs at? I'm not coming.
Dude, shut the fuck up! I told you the fucking drug name.
What the fuck are we here for?
We finna come here.
What are we here for?
We finna get donations. We get the conscious books. Take that shit back to Dr. EnQi.
Who the fuck is Dr. EnQi?
Man, Dr. EnQi, man, come on, you gonna get us caught. Shut the fuck up.
Nigga, you got me here for some goddamn donations. The fuck you doing, nigga? I'm not here for no shit like that. The fuck's wrong with you?
I'm talking about some of the conscious books. We're gonna get all the links, get all the money.
I don't want fucking books,
We're gonna take it back to
What
Dr.
the fuck is
EnQi.
the weed?
We're gonna do it.
Why we got switches on nothing? Why we got
We're gonna
switches on
donate to my school. We're gonna take it back to Dr. EnQi. Fuck you talking about?
You don't even know what the fuck shit that stupid
So what's
ass.
up, man?
You know what the fuck you looking for?
So what you doing with? You know I'm gonna get the shit.
No, nigga, I'm about to go, bro. You got me fucked up, man. You the shit that make you where you all stupid ass.
Hey, man.
Where you on your own, boy? Fuck you, bro. I'm out, bro.
Come on, bro.
What the hell no?
Oh, what the fuck?
This ain't serious. Being conscious can make you delirious. So we live and have fun, but I'm just saying, shit get different when the rabbit got the gun. I'm thinking Professor Smalls get it too. His pockets large enough, but that nigga wow. He wound up robbing us. To get back on my feet, I caught Jack Hassan Luxury V. I robbed Jack Frost and Queen's Flip with they interview. we. Jack Frost said, yo, we family, you get me. You know how shit be. I ain't want Flip to think you was with me. We got pulled over, somebody snitching. From my perspective, I did a double take. Oh shit, Rose Sanchez, the detective. We had to bail out, nigga. I couldn't believe shit. So we caught Shaka for 10K and extensions and weed kits. I saw St. Cole for 2/5 with Smack Lux and Nick. I robbed them niggas and gave Party family half the loot. Reggie was crying when he saw the iron like, ayo, chill. I caught 20 pounds of DMT from Gano Grills. I tried to rob Cyrus suit and said he pointing the gun barrel, but he ain't have nothing in his crib but pictures of young Pharaoh. This ain't serious. Being conscious can make you delirious. So we live in Ames, son. Shit get different when the rabbit got the gun. This ain't serious. Being conscious can make you delirious. So we live in the sun, but I'm just saying, son. Shit get different when the rabbit got the gun.
This shit funny as hell.
Bugging like, y'all thought these niggas was conscious. These niggas wild, these niggas, yo, these niggas wild, these niggas, they scamming, grabbing, buddy. Yo, niggas out here grabbing pussy like Trump. Niggas got whole prostitutes on their YouTube pages and all that. Yo, somebody gotta do something about this shit. You know what I'm saying? What is going on right now? This shit wild out here, man. It's just like the wild, wild west out here. You know what I mean? Like niggas doing anything to anybody out here, man. Gotta be some repercussions.
Umar, don't think we forgot about you. You heard? Make sure that money go on them school books and them school chairs and all that. You know what I'm talking about? The first little Debbie you purchase, we coming to get the rest of it.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Like, oh god. What the hell? Not the little Debbie, man. Oh my god.
This is actually the album cover that's behind me.
Oh, that is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, who was that? Who was that falling down the stairs?
Falling down the steps?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Cheating Ass Myron. He's a really popular social media comedian.
His name is Cheating Ass Myron?
Cheating Ass Myron.
What?
Yeah.
The hell? Yeah, he was funny. That girl was popping upside the head.
No, shout out to all of the social media comedians. Ha Ha Davis, Envy the Truth, Blackberry, Robbie, Robbie's World, Dominique, just all of the social media comedians that help me out from time to time. You know what I'm saying? They really, the social media comedian family, like they embrace me and show me love. So I appreciate them helping me reach some other audiences, you know.
Yeah, that video was hella funny, man. Like, I don't care what nobody says. That shit was funny. Like,
we did really well.
You got your little comedy on it there.
Yeah, we actually went to the top of the charts with that song. They have a
like that video. They
have a college radio and underground radio chart. Like, so when you get to the top radio stations like V103 or Hot 97, those are what's categorized as P1. That's the top tier radio. So they have Billboard. So you get to the top of Billboard, you know, you're on that chart. But the college and the underground radios have their own chart. And we went to the top of the chart. So we couldn't beat T-Pain and Omarion. They had a song. They just kept staying out in front of us. You know what I'm saying? But I chased them all the way up the chart from 20 all the way up to like number 4. Nick Cannon was on the chart ahead of us. I couldn't beat Nick Cannon. Well, actually, I did wound up staying on the chart longer than Nick Cannon. But yeah, so it was a bunch of folks that had songs up.
When was this?
Right now. Like I have, I do time to time.
Right now?
Yeah, the album just got released, so this is all happening like live, like real time. So,
That's hella dope.
yeah. So just grinding. I actually had coronavirus changed the course of how the album was going to be marketed and promoted. We kind of lost a little bit of money too because we had put a lot of promo into getting on the radio and creating that buzz so that way we could really go out and rock some shows. So we had some shows lined up, and coronavirus hit. People start dropping dead, and before you know it, I had to take my rap hat off once again, whoop, and get back to work as the doctor. You know what I mean, or the minister. The people needed me, so I never. No matter how much I love the music, I know that my calling is more important.
Your calling in health. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. You're doing a good job at both, though. You're kind of an actor, though. You need to look into doing some acting. Seriously.
I did a little something. I had a little light role in a web TV series. It was called Old Head out of Philadelphia. Shout out to them. They did 2 seasons, so I'm in like the 2nd season. In the 1st season, one of the stars, he like kills some folks and has to go on the run from police, and he goes on the run to New York and the Bronx. And so just me being a strong part of the Philly culture, they was like, yo, we got to get you in there somewhere because you represent what the show represents. So my guy Prince, he plugged me into, somebody, and they plugged me in, and you know what I'm saying? So, shout out Drew, shout out Sheen, shout out, everybody. And they got me into a couple of those episodes. But definitely, a lot of people been hitting me up about, acting.
Yeah, you need to look into it. Definitely, get a little bit more deeper into it. Like,
I be having opportunity.
Get a little bit more deeper into it. So you got some comments on the video.
Yeah, I be having opportunity.
You got some comments on the video.
Oh, okay, that's dope. That's dope. But I be letting opportunities.
You got one.
Yeah, I know that's from
you be letting opportunities pass you.
Yeah, because I always prioritize the health, and then also
You there? Let me see. Are you there, Dr. EnQi? Let me know if y'all there. Can y'all hear us? Can y'all hear me? Comment, please. Know something. Okay, I think he kind of disappeared for a second, y'all. He disappeared. Y'all hear me though? Are y'all there? Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Respond. Oh, here he is. Here he is. All right, back.
Yeah, but so like I was,
you back.
I roll with my babies everywhere. So if somebody invites me somewhere and I can't bring my babies, then that's almost I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So.
All right now. So what's your next move as far as like music goes?
Good question. I just did a song, so I'm thinking about putting out like a small EP, or I might re-release the album with some new songs on it. Because I just did a song with Boldy James. That's crazy. It's me, Boldy James, and my guy Billion. The song is like out of this world crazy. A lot of people know Boldy James. He just did an album with the Alchemist. I'm not sure if you ever heard of the Alchemist or Boldy James, but they just,
of course, I know who that is.
yeah. So they just did something, and then Billion, he's quiet on the scene, and I be getting on his case about that because he should really be talking. He should really be making more noise for himself because he's got hits. Like he's one of the ghosts. He's a ghost writer / producer behind the scenes. So, you know, he's done songs for Drake, Beyonce. Like he's got like crazy hits. You know what I'm saying? He's got out of this world hits. So, you know, me, him, and Boldy, you know, we went in the studio late one night and we just was in there going crazy, and we created something that was really dope. You know what I'm saying? Just like a real, it's like a if you're not from here, it'll sound like a Detroit track, but for the rest of the country, it just sounds like it's a real East Coast, like it's just a real East Coast type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do our thing on there. But yeah, so I got that. And, you know, I got a couple other goodies in the stash I'm working on. You know what I mean? So it's just, you know, you'll be working.
All right. Likes that. You're doing your thing. I'm definitely a hip hop fan. No, I want to ask you, are you a fan of 50?
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of 50. I love 50. Yeah.
You are.
Yeah. Shout out
I've
to
seen
50.
a couple people actually compare you to 50 Cent.
That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 50. Shout out to team. Everybody out there, go get his new book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. That's a really, really dope.
You got it?
Yep. I'm looking around to see where it is. It's somewhere floating around here. But the book is dope. Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. It's out everywhere. It's his new book. It's official. You know, it's a good motivational piece.
Didn't he just release that like last month or something like that?
Yep. If that, maybe a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's brand new.
I've seen it.
Yeah, but I jumped on the 50th, the 50th Law when it came out. I really enjoyed that. I think that 50 is a unique individual that has that bridged a few different separate areas that normally like. So he's like a hybrid. Like I consider myself a hybrid. You know, you don't really have people that put together certain types of talents, and I think he's one of them to be able to bridge the street with corporate America, with motivational speaking, but really speaking in terms of, because you got some great motivational speakers like Les Brown or ET the hip hop preacher. Shout out to them, you know, ET being one of my favorites, but they don't speak to the street in the same way as 50 does. You know what I'm saying? So I think that he's a hybrid in that way of how he's able to move around. Like, you know, we have moguls, like, you know, we've got hip hop moguls like Jay and some of these other guys, but none of them have really decided to turn around and share the info with you, like give you the game, you know, on how they got to where they got. And with 50, it's ironically with 50, you can learn everything about what got 50 to where from where he started to where he is with $50. $50 to teach you everything that you need to know about 50's success. And the reason why I say $50 is because each one of his books is roughly around $25, right? So you get the 50th Law, and then you get the new book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. And he really gives you the game, the inside stuff on you know. And he's been able to go around in Hollywood and TV land and cable and some other, you know. So it's really good, especially for young entrepreneurs.
Y'all hear that? Go cop 50 book. Both of them, I guess. When did that first one drop? Do you remember?
It's a couple years ago. I know he partnered up with Robert Greene, the author of the 48 Laws of Power. or the guy who compiled the 48 Laws of Power. That would probably be more accurately to put it.
That's a smart man, 50 Cent. He a real smart man.
Mm-hmm. And people don't see it because his bravado.
Oh, yeah. Next question. Yeah, my next question.
Go ahead.
Say what?
No, I was just saying people don't.
Oh, I was about to ask you a question. I wanted to know who.
Go ahead.
Who do you plan on collaborating with next?
Good question. I've been talking with my guy T Mac from Cali about doing something. We working on doing something with Sada Baby. We were talking about doing something with Sada Baby, maybe something with Little Boosie. You know, just putting out our feelers to see what type of songs would make sense.
A Little Boosie, huh?
Yeah.
That's gonna be an interesting sound.
Yeah, I like a lot of the things that Boosie has going on. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
gonna be an interesting sound on one track.
Yeah, and then we have some mutual, you know, street, you know, folks. So, you know.
I'll be on the lookout for it. For sure. So, when are you gonna dust up your freestyling skills? Because I'm gonna need you to come freestyle. I'm gonna need you to come freestyle because you was battling all your life. You know, all your life you had to battle. So
I know, but there's a point where you gotta, you know what I mean? There's a point where you gotta change it up, and you go from freestyle to fee-style. You know what I'm
you're
saying?
more of a recording artist now.
Yeah, fee-style, not necessarily recording, but you know, you gotta say the bars for when it's time. You know what I'm saying? So, if one of the battle leagues was to say, "Oh, we got something," you know, we set up something, and it looked like it was, you know, it's. If the bag is right, then, you know, like I said, not freestyle, but fee style. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that. So
Yeah.
you'll jump in King of the Ring?
Of course.
You would? All right. That's dope. Let's see what that fee is. We're going to have to hit him up so we can see what the fee is for Mr. EnQi to get in the ring.
Yeah, I wouldn't have no problem with that. I mean.
So, hold on. We got a question for you. What is your end goal?
What is my end goal?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the question.
Elaborate that question. Just Us TV 33. Elaborate. So we'll wait for him to come back.
Yeah.
Wait for him to come back.
I don't know what he's asking me. Like, what is my personal end goal, or my end goal with the music, or like I don't know.
Maybe he's talking to. Maybe he's talking about your career.
I'm after the gold, and after that the platinum. Beef after that, Hurricane G packs the gat, son. Chicka bang bang, yo bust the slang, it's my name. It's the red man on the funk train, right? Classic old school red man. You know what I'm saying?
That's his goal.
Right. I'm after the gold.
From the gold to the platinum.
Right. You know what I mean?
From the gold to the platinum.
Yeah. I would like to.
What track Redman?
Huh? That's old school Redman.
What Redman album was that? Yeah, what was that?
Damn, I think it was. I don't remember the name of the album, but I think that's the same album with damn, what was that song? Redman, Ready to Rock. I got a Glock and pow. Your body is all over the block. Try to step to this exorcist. Mad Wicked was got the biscuit and blow your head off just for time for some action. I think it was that same album with Time for Some Action, How to Roll a Blunt, like all that. The classic Redman, you know what I'm saying? Classic Redman is It's pre Method Man. You know what I'm saying?
That's who we want. That's who I want to. That's who you need to be trying to collaborate with, like Red, some of the or some of the cast from Wu-Tang. That would be dope. You can get on something with someone. You know what I mean?
Now
One of them.
that right there is we, everything is not for video. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of work on.
Man, do something with Wu-Tang. One of them. Do something with Method Man or Ghostface. RZA. Do something with somebody from Wu-Tang, I mean.
And METHOD.
But Redman would be dope. You was just up on here, rapping some of his bars. Get on here with Redman. What's he doing right now? Does anybody know? You need to get on a track with EnQi.
I mean, I got some folks out in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? None of these guys is out of reach. It's just a matter of you always got to have money to grease the wheels. You know what I'm saying? To make everything work. So when you're looking at,
are you interested in like collaborating with Rod Digger or anything?
I wouldn't mind working with Rod Digger. Rod Digger's dope.
She is, man. You know who Sonya Blade is?
Sonya Blade. I know who Sonya Blade is.
Oh, you should really hook up with Sonya Blade.
I know who Sonya Blade is from back.
I interviewed her like years ago. And I wrote a blog pull up on her and stuff and had her on my joint I was doing a while back. You should definitely get with Sonya Blade. She's dope. She's sick.
Put the plug in. Make it happen. I wouldn't mind doing a song with her.
Her sound is together.
Yeah.
You said what?
I said I wouldn't mind. I just recently was in contact with Norma Bates. I don't know if a lot of people know who Norma Bates is. She's from the battle circuit. Me and her talking about doing a song.
Where's she from?
She's known as from the battle circuit, but she's from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? So,
Norma Bates.
Yeah. So shout out to Norma Bates. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so it's a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? You don't put everything though online though. You know what I'm saying? You don't get a haters.
Get with Rhapsody. Get with Rhapsody. Get with some of these female artists, these female MCs.
Well, set them up. I'll let you be the liaison. All these people, you make the contact, hit Redman up, hit Sonya Blade up.
Look, if I can hit up Redman, I would. But I can definitely hit up Sonya, though.
Yeah, make it happen. Let's do it.
Yeah, for real. But Rhapsody, that would be dope to get you with Rhapsody.
We might put you on the hook, though.
Put me on the hook? I'm about.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
Yeah, we get you on the hook.
How you know I do any kind of music?
It's you can't listen to the music and not do the music. Music is a spiritual thing. Music is a spiritual thing. No matter how ratchet the music becomes, we can't never forget that the essence of music is a spiritual thing. When you go back to every spiritual system, they give you specific instructions on that is one of the ways you praise your creator is with music. You know what I'm saying? So music has always been a spiritual thing.
That's fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Look at these comments. Okay, let me see. What's going on? What is he trying to build for? Oh, here we go.
For my life, I think I'm trying to create a situation where I can grow up and be just like Just Us TV. I think that's my life and career goals. I want to grow up like him. So
Just Us TV. Shout out to Just Us.
That's it.
Just Us. I'm actually gonna be on their show on Monday. Yep, Monday. Just Us TV. Was you on their show?
Yeah, but I don't think nobody, watched it. I think it was like 4 people in the chat room.
Oh man, come on, just us. They in. I think they in Bahamas. Where'd he go? EnQi done put the thing on mute, y'all. Okay, so I'm not playing no tracks, Knights and Queens. That's not happening today. This is about Dr. EnQi. We ain't playing none of my stuff. All right. Let me see. Ask Doctor. Let's see what else is going on. All right. So much going on in here. Just people just watching, coming in and out. So that's what I want. I just wanted you on so we can hear some music, so we can get another part of Dr. EnQi besides the health and wellness. You know what I mean? Right. The holistic side, because you do have that hip hop side of you.
Right. So I'm gonna play a song and then we're gonna close out because I gotta get my babies together. They over here like,
yeah. What song you finna play?
Wrap it up. They like, Dad, wrap it up.
What song you finna play for us?
Let me think.
And you said how sound becomes light, right?
That's the name of the album. Yep. Sound becomes light. Let me think.
Artificial intelligence. Is that your real icon? It's giving me a python. I think you need to see him. Eggplant to your DM. Yeah. Nah, man. It's really about these children at the end of the day. Real. I was listening. We getting seed money. We need seed money. That's that seed money. We need that. Make money. Make money. Make money. Make money. Make money. Make money, show love, get diamonds out the mud. Make money, show love, get diamonds out the mud. Make money, show love, get diamonds out the mud. Make money, show love, get diamonds out the mud. Born middle class, treadmill in the rat race, and they either fast with God or to get fat pace. The cheat code to like is plant or be sloppy. Vegan include marijuana, coca, poppy. Like not just information is the fabric of your soul. Aromatic amino acids, grant biological control. The opposite of religion. Open mind benefits. Sinsemilla is marijuana. Pathogenesis in the rat race with plants. Numbing pain is the goal. In the guard race, the art of plants articulate.
You know what? I think I should end with the actual title song, Sound Becomes Light. So we'll do that.
What is it? Get out of that.
Teasing us with the rap. Teasing us with the tracks.
Loving your soul is a really serious thoughts and emotions combined into a voice, an electromagnetic signature that articulates choice. Choice is distinction. Distinction is information. Life as we know it is organized information's incarnation to create more and store more. The alpha magma, codified and timid as the falcon's plasma. Satan is a trick. Blatant as a dick to be complacent, and this shit makes you a patient that is sick. The truth is, you are a true star. Your caterpillar construction cocoons a new star. The real definition of selling your soul first is trading becoming stellar for a star on Earth. Second, you help block creation, illumination, separating information, billions of years in accumulation. Blindly, nigga, we couldn't be more stupid. Sound becomes light. Life is raw music.
Actually, you know what?
The etymology of photography is the right one.
No. That's not the one either. So I'm going through these joints.
Teasing us.
The right ending. This is what I'm gonna end it with. This is the one right here. This is what I'm gonna end it with.
Hello, non-believers out there. This is Sunday school. I am the minister. F-B-P. We come around once in a blue, just to show you
you, that they love you, and will never leave. 'Cause we are anointed, we're the same way every day. 'Cause we're angels, some mighty and some meek, and we're sent down from the heavens to achieve a destiny. Yes, we're angels, and we seek our own reproof, and we represent the same God who sent His only Son for you. Yes, we're angels.
City to city, promise the same. Registry certified, they know my name. Drowning in debt, coming up with the bins in a situation where the means justify the ends. What's the best to fulfill? Could it be drugs? Could it be thugs or brotherly love? These babies gotta eat, so it really don't bother me. As long as we escape poverty, racing for the worst, on the quest for the best. When other niggas spit, I place my flesh to my last breath, and I ain't never stop, I never turn back. The evil that men do can never turn black in the slums with bums that take your life for crumbs. Jesus stood firm when they swear made men out of sons. Pain in the limb, you scratch that itch while you were scared to take a risk. We smack that bitch.
We're angels, some mighty and some meek, and we're sent down from the heavens to achieve a destiny. Yes, we're angels, and we seek our own reproof, and we represent the same God who sent His only Son for you. Let's get this right, let's be clear. I wish they all could have been here. See me fly so high, yeah, we up there. No fear, so they say it ain't no fear. Yeah. Let's get this right, let's be clear. No fear, so they say it ain't no fear. No fear, so they say it ain't no fear. Yeah.
Live with no fear, so they say it's no fear. Running on the treadmill, going nowhere, so it's not about fear. It's about necessity, the right foundation to give us longevity. I'ma keep it 100, I'm trying to get it. With everybody around me equally committed, it's not about the money, we're trying to live. It's a different mind state we're trying to give. If the world don't need you, the world won't feed you. So what type of legacy you leaving for the people who show love? Because they don't reciprocate. Beyond emotion, I take the love with the hate. It's the love. You teach your old moon a new tune. Don't try to grow too soon. See you next full moon.
Spirit, some mighty and some meek, and we sit down from the heavens to achieve a destiny. Spirit, and we seek our own reproof, and we represent the same God who sent His only Son for you. Yes, we're angels.
Look at him. Look at him. So he closed it out with his I wanted to ask him who was on that track, but he was dead ass serious. He said he would close it out with that. So what you think of that last record he just played? If you was able to hear it, I was trying to hear it, but you know, he's playing it through his end. But make sure y'all go cop his album, Sound Becomes Light. And I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna see how, you know, it sound and everything, and see what my favorite song might be on his album, you know, and probably play it on my radio show once I start it up. You know, gotta support our brothers and sisters out there, regardless to what religion or what beliefs they have. We're gonna support them, especially when they're doing, you know, when they out there making money or trying to get more businesses, and you know what I mean, if they're pursuing their visions and their dreams. And Dr. EnQi, he's definitely doing that. You know, he's into the whole holistic health. He's a naturopathic doctor. If you did not know, that's what he does. And he also creates music, and he's in the hip hop scene. So I appreciate him for that, because I love me some hip hop, and that's why he was on the show. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. Hold on, what we got going on here? That was dope. Let me see, Dr. EnQi. Dr. Smack for no reason. Oh, I think he was just joking, just us. I don't know. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You know, everybody's not going to watch our shows like that, you know, especially if it's not being promoted like that and so forth. So you ain't got to worry about all that. In due time, those numbers will come up. Just keep getting, you know, people on your show and so forth, and they will bring the viewers and so forth. So don't worry about all that. Don't worry about all that. Okay, let me see. He's definitely going to continue to do great things, you know, just like you are, Just Us TV. We all going to do great things. So don't even worry about it. Don't trip. Don't trip. Don't trip. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and watching this show. Let me know what you think of his music and so forth. Let me see it. One person. Exactly. One person brings another person. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Just Us TV. I'll be on your show on Monday, and we'll bring some people. Okay? So yeah, I really appreciate everyone for tuning in and you know, supporting the movement, supporting my new platform, and also getting to know more about Dr. EnQi and what he has going on and so forth. You know, like I said, if you like what you heard, or if you didn't get to hear what we was listening to, go check it out. That's his new album that you see on the screen, Sound Becomes Light. Check out that song he got. It's called Rabbit Got the Gun. It got a Street Nigga by 50 Cent. It's kind of funny. It's very funny to me. It just makes me laugh. So it's funny to me. So y'all go check out that video and, you know, leave him some comments, show him some love. Make sure y'all share this video too. Give it a thumbs up if you was watching it. Thumbs up, share it. And that's it. And I'll be back on Sunday. All right, y'all. And I'm out. Peace.
It's the scoop with, it's the scoop with, Spy React. Go